Lucado Bishop, and I brought some friends along for you guys to meet. So I thought, since we're here in the beautiful state of Colorado, hence the little pan you just saw, wasn't that gorgeous? I thought I would introduce you to some of the camp girls that I've been able to hang out with this week, because we are at Young Life Camp. It has been like one of the best weeks of our life out here at Frontier Ranch. So, girls, can you introduce yourselves to all these cool Revolve girls out there?
Hey, I'm Riley Renhack. I'm 17 years old and I live in Grapevine, Texas.
I'm Sarah Johnson. I'm also 17 and I live in Boerne, Texas. I'm Emily Keeley. I'm 16 years old and I live in Bremen, Germany.
Okay, so, though it has been the best week of our lives, today is the last day of camp. And I just don't know if we're going to be able to make it, because camp is just the best place in the world, right, guys? Why don't you just go ahead and share. Oh, Riley's having a hard time. Go ahead and share with these girls your favorite part of camp.
Apart from everything being absolutely gorgeous and not flat like Texas, the greatest part about camp is waking up in the morning and just being able to like throw your hair up and go, and not having to worry about like how you look or how much makeup you have on or what everybody's gonna think, because it's all about like having fun, not am I gonna get the guy. He's kind of chill with the girls.
I like that. I like that.
One of my favorite things about camp is not knowing what time it is, because it seems like back home I'm always knowing what time and where I have to be, but here I just kind of go with the flow and eat when I feel like it and not when it's like lunchtime or anything. And that's one thing that I really liked about this week.
Just relax, girl.
Yeah. I enjoy so many things at the camp right now, but one of my favorite things is definitely fellowship with my cabin girls and like discussing at night together, and it's just like really deep. It's been a great experience.
It's so fun. And I think at camp, why we love it is because we get away from all of our distractions. We get away from all the peer pressure. We get away from all the stress. And finally, for once, we can be kids again. Which, it's hard to be a kid today, right? With all of the pressures going on and who people expect you to be and who you want to be. And so here we can be carefree, and it's been awesome. But unfortunately, we have to go back today. We have a long 22-hour drive back to Texas. And though it's going to be fun. We're going to watch some movies and sing a whole lot. But I thought since we hear that term a lot, especially for you Revolve girls who have been to like a Christian camp or something like that, maybe with your church, or maybe you've been to a retreat, anything like that, any cool experience like this where you get away from everything and you learn about the love of God, we typically call that the camp high. Maybe you heard that phrase. It's where you just experience God in this new way, and you're encouraged and you're excited and you're pumped up, right, girls? Just about this new life that you want to live. But then you go back home to the real world and everything starts coming back. The stress, the phone, the Facebook page, the boys, whatever it is, family. And so I want these girls to talk a little bit just about how that can be a little hard, the transition from camp high back to home. Can you talk a little bit about that, Riley? What's the hard part?
Okay, I come from a really, really big family. I'm the oldest of 4 kids, and we all love each other, but it's crazy loud in my house. And every single time I go home, I feel like I've been surrounded by like these people who just want to love on me and care for me. My family's totally like that, but at the same time, you're always your worst around your family. And so it's so easy to get frustrated with my siblings or start yelling, and then you get around your friends, and if it's not like a strong group of believers, it's so easy to get dragged back into like the party and the drinking and the boys, because it's just like the easy thing to do. Like, no one said Christianity's an easy path.
Yeah. So. No, that's good. What about Emily's got an interesting kind of move back home. Can you talk to a little bit about that?
Yes, I moved from San Antonio, Texas to Bremen, Germany when I was in 8th grade, and it's been pretty difficult. And I'm not really surrounded by a whole Christian atmosphere or whatever, and it's it's really difficult. And it's just when you come to camp, it's like that time where you get to recharge your battery for Christ, and it's like a really great feeling. But for me personally, it's a struggle to go back to that whole area where none of my friends are Christians, and just kind of be like, yeah, I went to a Christian camp this summer, and kind of just to reflect that. But that's what I really am trying to work on this year, and it's easier said than done. But that's what I'm really working on. So.
And because we've got a big bad senior here, I thought we would ask Sarah. Sarah's been to camp a few times. I thought we'd ask Sarah just what are some tips you can give us girls after we come back from camp or going home? How do we keep this relationship with God going strong? What's good for you?
Well, another thing about this camp that I really liked is the community. I loved being able to bounce ideas off of other people and just like feeding off of this community that is just so wholesome. And so what I try to do is keep in contact with at least a few of these people, if not even more. And so just surrounding myself with people who love the Lord like I do and keeping in contact with them really helps.
Okay, so take that advice to heart, girls. Keep in touch with those Christian friends that can encourage you. And if you just need some more help, maybe you're in a place where you're just struggling with God. Maybe you're at a place like camp where you've loved God, but you're scared about going back to friends who don't know God. Then come back and hang out with me on the website again, because we're going to kind of walk through some cool times with God together to help our faith. So, and also, if you have any just ideas about how to maybe keep the camp high alive when you go back home, tell me about it on our website, therevolvetour.com, and I'd love to hear your ideas or even share some of your great stories from camp. We would love it. So I love you, girls. Can't wait to talk to you again. Thanks for hanging out with us. You want to say bye?
Bye.